Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joe Patterson, your friend and assemblyman, representing you at the state capitol. It's a privilege to do so, but unfortunately, we have session tonight. It'll probably last very late, and then the schedule is to have session tomorrow, Saturday, again, because Democrats can't get their crap together. So yeah, I'm bummed to miss it, but really appreciate the opportunity to send this message. Also, want to thank you all for the endorsement of the party. It means a lot to me. I really don't take it for granted. Obviously, I'm always fighting for conservative values, and many of you keep me in line to make sure I keep doing that. And so, thank you very much. It means a lot. I want to talk about a little bit of some of the things that are going on at the Capitol, just so you understand how crazy it is. Some of these things you've heard about, maybe some of them you haven't, but I just want to talk about a few of them. I mean, right now we're voting on hundreds of bills this week, and it's crazy. So I made a little list of just some of them, but one of them, which I spoke against last night, was AB 495, which basically allows a very distant relative to sign an affidavit, requires no court or anything, to make schooling and medical decisions on behalf of that student. And they did that, of course, because they're Trump-proofing California, and they're worried about immigration raids in schools and things like that. And it was a kind of a ridiculous debate. Of course, they said bad things about how evil Republicans are. Another one is AB 84, which would literally destroy charter schools. So if your kids go to John Adams or something like that, we should be really concerned about that legislation. Legislation passed to ban the use of face masks for police officers. Again, this was to try to get the federal government to stop doing it, but of course, state laws don't apply to the federal government, so it really only applies to local law enforcement. It's kind of crazy. There's also legislation to exempt a Democratic leader's city from housing laws. So while we're building a ton of housing here in Placer County, doing our part, again, the liberal coastal elites exempt themselves from those laws. It's maddening. There's a budget trailer bill to allow the state to develop and create its own vaccine guidelines. So, in other words, they're separating from the FDA because they're worried about Kennedy so much. And so they want to allow themselves to approve their own vaccines independent of the FDA. There's more money for lawsuits against Trump. There's $1 billion for high-speed rail to nowhere. And probably one of the worst that will be voted on tomorrow is the reauthorization of California's cap and trade, which will result in an increase of gas and an increase in electricity prices. So, any Democrat that says they're concerned about prices, they're lying to you, because I guarantee the vast majority of them will vote for it. And what cap and trade does is it increases the cost at the pump and at your PG&E or any utility bill, and then it takes the money from you, from the working class and poor people, to help offset and give subsidies to corporations to comply with California's insane environmental regulations. It's truly disgusting that the state does this. So, there's so many crazy things happening at the Capitol. Fortunately, I got some good legislation out because they couldn't vote no. So legislation to ban legislators from signing non-disclosure agreements to keep secrets from you. So that actually passed unanimously. They couldn't vote against it, but that was great. So they've used them in the past to sign like the fast food minimum wage law and things like that. So anyways, crazy time going on. If I had to take a drink for every time they mentioned Trump, I wouldn't make it through the day. So they're just so Trump derangement syndrome every day, not concerned about affordability or being able to live. So because of that, maybe I'll have to bring my favorite mug to the Capitol today. I already got a hat in my office, the red one that says Trump won, which is demonstrably true. But I had the opportunity to go to the inauguration this year, and maybe I'll just have to bring this onto the floor to see if some of my friends need a safe space or if they're triggered by the President of the United States. Anyways, it's an honor to represent all you guys. You can contact me anytime. I miss you guys. Sorry I can't be there. Please, if you have an extra 10 bucks, 20 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that, please donate it to the party, because the liberals are coming out like no other. In 2018, the last midterm for Trump, Republicans lost a lot of seats in Congress and the legislature, and we can't allow that to happen again. Placer County Republican Party will make sure not only, people like me and Kevin Kiley, that we're safe, but our local electeds, our school board members, our city council members, things like that. So please, if you can, give some extra money. I think it's really important to do so. I'll, of course, be giving money to the party. Thank you. And also got to give one shout out, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, our friend and our inspiration. So glad they caught the killer, and may he go to hell. Take care.